I am going to pick Ciryl Gane.
Yeah,
bro.
You think it's the movement?
I think it's going to be all the things Alex does well. He doesn't have. I think striking for striking, technical striking. Ciryl Gane has the better, cleaner striking. Power for power, I think I'd still probably give it to Ciryl Gane. Movement, I'm giving it to Ciryl Gane. Size, Ciryl Gane.
I think that's going to be the problem. It's the way that Ciryl Gane moves. It's the way that he's constantly in motion, moves his head really well. You know, he's just got a speed advantage, and he's used to taking those shots. Francis Ngannou couldn't knock him out. Ciryl Gane, I watched some clips this morning of him giving Francis a really tough time, landing some good shots. That's why Francis had to wrestle. Yep. You know, I won't belabor it. I think Ciryl Gane wins this fight.
Poatan's back, motherfucker. And he's taking on Ciryl Gane at heavyweight. You know, I miss doing that. I felt like every week I was doing, hey, no. This motherfucker was fighting so often. I just feel Alex Pereira, he's not scared to fight. And I think the person who's not scared to fight typically wins. So for that, I'm going to go with Alex Pereira.
Cyril's fast. He's faster than most light heavies, and he's a heavy, really big guy as well. I think that he could systematically break him down. Most likely win on points, but he could do a late stoppage as well. If I was leaning one way, it would be Ciryl Gane on points. If I was leaning a particular way. I wouldn't be surprised if Alex knocked him out though, either. But I would definitely lean more towards Gane on points.
I think Pereira's just gonna do what he does, take the center straight away, like the way he did with Ankalaev, but not as 100% full attack. He's just gonna composed. Yeah, like he's gonna move left, move right, follow Ciryl, and he's gonna have his high guard, jabs. He's gonna have his jabs, leg kick. He's gonna kick Gane's right leg. He's just gonna track him till he lands. Official pick. I'm going Shama by Shama. Is that right or left? Left. I want to see him do it. And it's not a slouch. It's not a tomato can at all. This is the new age heavyweight. A guy with the footwork who can grapple, strike, power, speed, head movement. It's a hard fight. It's a fucking hard fight at heavyweight. First time at heavyweight in MMA. So it's not going to be easy. But like I said, I want Alex to get it done. I really believe he's going to get it done. It's just destiny.
I'm like, a part of me in my gut is like, I keep thinking about how Izzy got Alex, and I keep thinking about how this is just a heavyweight fight, and when two heavyweight guys, and it's a stand-up fight only, that it's just, there's so much unpredictability that with the lines the way they are, I'm gonna go with Gane in the under. I feel like maybe he can catch him in between something, and Alex gets a little bit too relaxed.
I think I'm gonna go with Alex, man. But like exactly what Josh said. I think he's gonna get touched, and it's how well can he touch. But I don't view Ciryl Gane as that dude that's like a Derek Lewis that just puts people to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't see Ciryl as that guy. I mean, he has all the capabilities to. Look how big he is and how he moves, but I just don't see it. So I see Alex walking him down.
My thing is, when I watch Ciryl Gane, in my head, I have him as this very athletic, great movement, sticking and moving type of guy. But as I watched him a couple more times, he is like that in the first round. And then when you look at the second round, he's not bouncing up on his toes like he was. It's hard to do that. He can't do it. So I think Gane at some point he's going to be a sitting duck. Yeah. How about this though? We've seen Pereira in tough fights before and man up and just keep coming forward and still be dangerous with his hands. Agree, he's going up to heavyweight. Can he slow down? There's a possibility, but I would put my money on Pereira not slowing down before Gane slows down.
Yeah. I think Alex Pereira is good, but I don't think other than the striking, bro, I don't think he doesn't bring all the threats, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think size does matter, but does Alex does produce that power to knock out Ciryl Gane too, and I think that's the key to victory for him, or chew that leg out. And I wouldn't be surprised on that either, but I'm surprised this fight is that close on that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Ciryl Gane, bro, on this one. I think his movement is problematic, and I think he might go in with a takedown just to kind of throw him off. And then he'll probably start to kind of tank whip those knee bars that he likes to do, which I don't think is necessary. But I think a takedown and damage would really make things a lot different.
Yeah. You know, it's one thing to walk around 230, 235. It's yet another thing when you are, you know, a huge heavyweight. Ciryl Gane is definitely that. The problem also is this guy can move. He's not just this plodding heavyweight fighter who just stands and bangs. If that was the case, I'd be like, Pereira, all of my money, here you go. Ciryl Gane does not play that game. He's going to make Pereira work for it. I think this is going to be a stand-up fight, and I think Ciryl Gane is going to find a way to diffuse the pressure and power of Pereira because of his size, because of his footwork, and because of his speed. I love Pereira. I don't love the matchup for him.
And I'm on that same side. I think that movement, he's not going to stand in front of him. He's not going to really be there, I believe, for those leg kicks that make Pereira so dangerous. And I think if he wants to even be the one to mix in some grappling or wrestling, that being the naturally bigger guy, that wouldn't be a terrible idea for him. And I just think the way that he moves, like you talked about, and you even see it there, you know, with the way he moves his head, his hands drop, there's always the potential for Pereira to catch him. But I'm still leaning, based on how he looked against Aspinall. I know there was the eye poke and the whole controversy, but he was looking really damn good until that eye poke happened.
I think I can see Gane definitely winning a decision and not really getting hit much. I can definitely see that, but I'm banking on Pereira being a lot more aggressive and actually firing first. I can see him forcing himself, even though he might put himself in a bit of danger, to actually land and then maybe getting a finish. I think Pereira can be the first ever triple champion. Then you can do a Aspinall-Pereira fight. Or, I mean, they're both big fights, Aspinall or Gane. I feel like some big shit's going to happen on the White House card, and this could be it.
I still think Alex is going to win this fight, but as it gets closer, I'm like, it's a little bit closer than I thought. When the line first came out, when they announced the fight, I was like, oh, Pereira's going to wash him, but I think it's a little bit closer.
I mean, I think Gane will be able to do it. I think that's striking. I think we've seen in the past Pereira's very vulnerable of getting hit and getting clipped, and I feel like that might be something that might play a factor in this one. I mean, Pereira's a big dude. I saw him when we did the fight kits in MSG. The man is massive. He's huge. Yeah, but I mean, Gane is just as big.
Listen, I've been in the gyms a lot, and light heavyweights and heavyweights, they train together all the time. So they're almost kind of the same. They're almost, but obviously it's a little different, smaller gloves, and it's not a lot of room for error with heavyweights. But I think that Alex Pereira at 240 is optimal. I think that's probably where he's going to be the best fighter that we've ever seen him at, fighting at 240. You know, and I think even better than he was at 205. That's going to be really helpful for his confidence, knowing that if he can get his hands on Ciryl Gane, that he can really do some damage. Like even with kicks too, just being like, boom, just landing kicks right in, boom, and just body shots, boom, just the thud of hitting them.
It sounds like you're favoring Pereira. Is that kind of where you're at?
I'm favoring Pereira.
Yeah. I am too, actually.
Yeah, it's hard not to, just because Pereira is so reliable. He's such a reliable winner, and he's just he's so focused, man. And when I talk about just his focus, like that's a real thing when he's like staring at the guy across the cage. It's a real thing.
I think when it comes down to who I think wins this fight, I think I have to lean towards Alex Pereira. I think Ciryl Gane, he's got incredible movement, he's very elusive, but those things are so, I wouldn't say easy to prepare for, but they jump off the page in terms of what you need to approach heading into a fight with Ciryl Gane. You know that they brought in the right partners, they did a lot of the right drills, they did a lot of the right things to address the movement and the speed of Ciryl Gane. I think the only thing Ciryl could do that could throw Alex Pereira off his game is if he was able to wrestle and have success with the wrestling. But if he can't do that, I think ultimately Alex Pereira's fight IQ is going to shine through. I think he's going to find a way to funnel Ciryl Gane into some big shots. And I think that if he can get Ciryl Gane to take 2 steps backwards at any point, I think that he's going to put Ciryl Gane in big danger.
If I had to pick, I think Ciryl Gane might win it. I think he might win it. Could say decision. Ciryl Gane by decision. I don't want to say that, but I gotta say it. I gotta say what I think. But I love these guys. Especially Pereira. I was like, fuck. How do you bet against him? But again, Southpaw. He does good against Southpaw. He KO'd Jamal Hill. But again, this is just a different level of a guy than Jamal Hill. Size-wise, athletic-wise, experience-wise. Ciryl Gane gets it done. Fuck.
I like Alex Pereira. I think his power is going to carry over to the heavyweight division, and I don't know. I just see him winning that fight. I think Gane does have to get on his bike and move and stick and move, see if he's got a speed advantage. You know, Pereira leaves himself over, but it seems like he's comfortable doing that. He's comfortable getting hit to get a couple of hits back, and I think he's a dangerous guy. I don't care what the weight is.
I just think Pereira pressures him at some point after like the second round and finds a way to finish it. I think he just
too much
has
pressure.
a little bit more grit. I think he finds a way to finish. But I won't be surprised either if Gane walked away with the victory. You know, but I got my money on Pereira on this one.
I was just 100% convinced that Alex Pereira is going to take this fight, no doubt. And then I saw Ciryl Gane training and the caliber of his training partners, the way he moves, and he's going up against these world-class kickboxing guys, world-class boxers, and he is moving like a middleweight, but still he is massive. So, and then of course I think Ciryl Gane has the better wrestling and grappling in this fight for sure. I mean, if you look at the Francis Ngannou fight, he just nullified Ngannou with the takedowns, and then all of a sudden it became, oh, this is going to be one tough fight. These guys are heavyweights. One punch can change this whole fight. If this fight goes to a decision, I'm going Ciryl Gane. But knowing Alex Pereira, if he gets that one shot at that weight with that power, the fight's going to be over.
You know I'm riding with Ciryl Gane. Listen, no, hold on. Let me rephrase that before the shamans come from me. If I had to make a pick, I'm going to make a pick for Ciryl Gane. Even though I love Alex Pereira, I just feel bumping up to heavy. He still has the power, but he just hasn't seen a big man as dynamic as this that can hit you from certain angles. So I'm going to go with Ciryl Gane.
You know, I think Ciryl Gane, just being a more natural heavyweight, and his movement, he's not going to be there to stand still and trade with him. And we saw that with Tom Aspinall, who sits heavy and plants. Alex Pereira is a very similar style, except, you know, the way he punches is different. So I kind of lean towards Ciryl Gane in this one.
Alex Pereira is a gangster, man. If you want to talk about someone who hits differently, someone who just is different, it's Alex Pereira. Okay? Alex Pereira has fought heavyweight kickboxing. So I do think that that's going to help him. He's getting older. He's done a lot. How hungry is this guy? Give me Alex Pereira.
I think once Pereira starts to eat one to give one up against the cage, that's where we're going to see Gane crumble. I think Pereira's going to sting him with a shot, like a jab. Gane's going to jab at the same time, but Gane feels it bad. Pereira cracks him with a right hand. Gane goes a little stanky leg. He's wobbling. He shoots in. Pereira pushes him down. Ankalaev rematch style finish up against the cage. I think we're going to see Alex Pereira put him away by ground and pound finish in round 3. Round 3, after Gane crumbles a little bit to the pressure against the cage from Pereira, and he's stinging him with good shots, and Gane gets wobbled, shoots in, gets finished on the ground. So I'm going to go with Alex Pereira, round 3, TKO. But I do think we're going to be saying shit like Gane was up in the first round. That second round's close, but Pereira's building. And then round 3 is where Pereira's going to do his thing. Very dangerous fight, though. Very dangerous fight for Pereira.
My broad philosophy in picking fights is to choose the more dynamic fighter, because especially in 25 minutes, because you just have more opportunity to land the one shot. So I'm picking Poatan, but it will not surprise me if Gane just sort of moves around him a bunch and builds up a big lead and then avoids getting hit. Because again, really good chin. Even if he takes one on the chin, I think he might still just be like, oh, like Tai Tuivasa hurt him. We go back and watch the Tuivasa fight. Like, he got buzzed for real, but at no point was he like out of the fight. So even if Pereira hurts him, he might still be able to work through and kind of get back to his bearings.